Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back. It's been a minute. Welcome to Witches of Deseret, a Witches of Midnight expansion set in Deseret, my own little invention. We've been gone for I think just over a month, and it's been interesting. So, uh, let's let's start off by introducing our great, wonderful start of the session. Let's start off by introducing ourselves and our characters, and then we'll lay down the quick recap. So let's start off with Vice.
Uh, Tonight I will be playing Helia. Helia is a mandrake animist witch, which means that she is a plant like being who uses a lot of spirit magic, but as has happened throughout the game, the spirits don't like her too much. So it's always a good time, always a little chaotic. She's here to make things interesting and unplanned.
Okay. Tiny.
Hi, I'm Tiny. I'm going to be playing Ash tonight. As we've seen previous, Ash is starting to get a little spicy, but hopefully, with some rest and all that, they'll be doing a lot better tonight, but we'll see.
All right. And Mia.
Hello. I will be playing Ramus this week. It's been a while for me. I could not make the previous game, and turns out Molly's a goose now, with my consent. So she will be 200% more mischievous than she already was. And I'm really happy to be back. It's been a long time.
Happy to be back and happy to have you back. Yeah. And I am Issa, and I'll be the lore weaver today, as well as, of course, the creator of all this. So, as a quick recap, in session 3, uh, the Void Coven, which is these guys, they they got captured, and their familiars assaulted a swarm uh, base, basically, a steakhouse. Um, and that was probably the most conclusive session that we've had, where everything mostly worked the way they wanted. And then at the end of the session, a little golden bird transported them to Arcadia. And in Arcadia, they met a witch named Ricky, who did not know that he was trapped in Arcadia, and so they brought him back. However, that entire time, Ramus was in a cart, knocked out, with Molly half the time in Helia's pouch, in which somehow went from a duck to a goose. And now they're back. Helia has 2 promises to make good on, and everyone has their downtime actions to catch up on from the last few sessions. So we'll start with that. Tiny, I believe you had the most open projects, correct?
Uh, yeah, I think I was doing a lot of the studying. We had just gotten the library, so I was studying up on this new world that we had just come back from, and now I'm trying to study up and help Celia with her new thing going on.
Okay. And what was that new thing there, Helia?
Probably, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was to better connect with the spirits to find portals back to like Arcadia from Deseret.
One of them.
Hmm?
That's one of them.
That's one of
Yeah, one
them,
of
your
them.
mommy.
Another
You
one.
being mommy, that's
Yes, that's
basically
right.
it.
Become the spirit mommy. Uh,
You, so, Helia, in wanting to go back to Arcadia, um, made a deal with Hando, which is the spirit embodiment of the Aspen Forest, found in central Utah. Um, and the deal was to awaken the spirits of the Wasatch Forest. Essentially, Helia promised her firstborn.
Yeah. That is indeed the equivalent. And then one of the other downtime things. I guess I see it now. Make tea for Ash. Research becoming spirit mother. Research spirits in general. So those were the 3 downtime activities for Helia.
Okay. And Ramus, what were you working on? Do you remember?
Oh boy, Remus just woke up, presumably, right, from
Mhm.
being passed out for a very long time. Probably tried to catch up on things. First, realized that Molly was a goose, was okay with it. Um, under a lot of stress, probably in full bloom at this point, so probably spent a fair amount of time trying to trim down his branches and whatnot. Yeah, I don't think he would have done much in terms of like getting better at things, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything you were working on before all that went down?
If I remember, Remus was studying the books that we got from the previous time.
In session 2 to the Jordan River Research or Archivist Center, library, something like that. I
Yeah,
had some longer name for it, but
yeah.
yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have you each do a I guess a study roll would be a good role for all of you to do, because that's basically what y'all are doing.
Yes.
And then Helia can probably also do a consort roll or sway or something like that for yours.
Let's see how that goes. Let's try a sway. I feel like that might work a little bit better.
Okay.
So there's for the sway. Sounds about right.
I made a failure. Mia did a partial success.
Oh.
So your spirits are still like, no. What? No.
Yeah, that's about right. And then what was the other role?
So you're probably a study or a survey or some sort of research type role.
Okay.
Got a partial success from Tiny. Wow. They do not want you progressing at all.
Sounds about right. Helia
Oh
chose the
no.
profession. The profession did not choose Helia.
So one of the great parts about Witches of Midnight just in general is how customizable like the grimoires are. So I can see Helia starting to go like, fine, if you don't want to work with me, I'm going to do something else.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
All right, so let's start off with Ramus and your success.
Yeah.
Starting the books. So remember there was one for each of the grimoires that was present in that session. And then there was also a history of Deseret and a Bluestones book, but I think that one was under research of Ash.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which one were you focusing on for this
His-
role?
History of Deseret, considering what we just went through.
Okay. So there is the predefined version, the PR version that they released to everyone, how Quorum saved the people fleeing west from midnight, helping to navigate this dangerous continent. Then they settled in this valley and was able to push out all threats and all that good jazz. But this isn't just a normal book. It also shows some notations from one of
Mm.
the higher ups, where it's like this one's partial truth, this one's halfway truth, and this is a blatant lie. And that blatant lie is that they didn't push anyone out
Mm.
until after they had the redstones. So they've had this, they've had these stones for probably 150 years at this point.
So they had the stones for about excuse me, 150 years. You said.
Correct.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. That's some extra info.
Okay. And Tiny, you were helping Helia with her research, right?
Hmm.
Was that what you wanted to focus on this time?
Yes,
Okay. So you
because
got a
I know at some point Helia wanted to go back, and so I wanted to be prepared this time.
uh so you find that the standard power that Helia has can be amplified. There's traces of its history happening all around the world. Um, you just have to figure out a ritual to draw that power out on a grander scale.
Okay.
From what you know from your stone research, uh, that is actually very plausible.
Right. I'm glad I studied that first off. It seems to have been helped us so much.
Yeah, I think at this point you are amongst witches the foremost expert in the area. So I think that's cool.
All right.
All right, now here's where we move on to more plot. While so, but I glitched out. Hold on. So, the Void Coven is in an abandoned village. Hold on 1 second. Oh, our controller worked then. Sorry. Our producer Gavin loves to give hints and whatnot and make sure that I'm thinking of things that I normally wouldn't because I go track minded. Um, so yeah, if I pause, I'm probably reading something that they sent. Anyways, we'll get back to that, I promise. Um, so the Void Coven sits in a formerly abandoned village in the top of Mill Creek Canyon. Um, Now, going east or going west is where the Salt Lake Valley is, and where the traditional idea of Deseret sits. However, along the Wasatch Back, which is the eastern side of those mountains, there are plenty of villages and towns, mostly small ones, controlled by either the tribes or, in rare occasions, uh, groups of Fae. In your studies, um, let me see. I'm going to throw that here. Okay, yeah. So in your studies, actually, it doesn't. Remus doesn't. Yeah, we'll say that you went for like a coffee run or something, and you heard of a newcomer, uh, Bumble. Now, Bumbles are something your characters have really always known about in Deseret, and have heard that they are very common, or rather, as common as heritage can be. However, you've yet to see one, and this
Ooh.
one, according to the rumors, has been running from something.
Interesting. Hmm. Now the question is, what are they running from?
Yeah. I think Remus would chase or attempts to chase.
Okay. So, the way I imagine it is, they are hiding out, in that town, and as far as you know, they're not making themselves known to the public. It's just hearsay, and of course, Faye, who keeps spreading the rumors like, "Hey, I can be persuaded to tell you where they are."
Oh, so I would have to go around and get people to tell me where they seen them last.
So that would be just a general gather information role.
Hmm.
Unless you wanted to take up one of these Faye on their offers.
Um, Can I use Fey fruits for that?
The Fae fruits, I believe, give you a boost in auto power. Oh, but you can probably, yeah. So it'll boost your essence and power, if I remember correctly, but not information gathering.
Okay. Uh,
Although you might be able to bargain with a mundane over it because they're worth 10,000 credits.
hmm,
So a lot of money.
no. Nah, Ramus doesn't like talking with I think they would at least go get the others before doing the starting the gather information
Okay.
action and share with them what's going on because it's not necessarily their strong point. Um, yeah,
All right.
Making it more like a group action instead.
yeah.
Ooh,
If
okay.
the others are up for it.
Oh yeah, Healy is always up for it. New friend.
Sure, I've had plenty of rest. Let's go.
I love
Ash
how
is
deadpan
so
that was.
grumpy.
They're just so tired of everything, I'm sure.
Yeah, don't blame them.
All
Oh,
right.
come on, Ash. It'll be okay. We will make new friends.
Hmm. All right. So, how are you going to go about this? If we want to do a group action, someone can take a lead, and then
I will lead the group action.
okay. And what role do you think would wait? Can we switch? I think. Sorry, I'm looking to myself. Okay. So, how are you going to go about this? Um, as a
Um, I think. Oh God, that's so hard to choose. Um,
and so each of you will make a roll on this. Doing what it is that you do best.
I think would a focus role work in the sense of like trying to narrow down the sources to only the relevant one as much as possible?
Yeah, I can see it working. You're focusing on like
The,
commonalities
the
and stuff like that.
Bumble. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So it's A in
Exclamation and then number of dice and then G.
G.
Okay.
Okay. Partial. Now, Vice and Ash.
So
Sorry, Helly and Ash.
so the thing I'm best at technically is command. Would I be able to uh
You're going to tell me what you know right now.
yeah, you are going to share everything that you know in that little noggin of yours. I need to know where to find new friends.
Do it.
Fantastic. This is going to go so poorly, I'm sure.
Oh no.
No, we always roll good.
Considering I have command too. Oh no.
Yeah, partial.
Mm,
Now for Tiny.
oh,
All right, you got a 4.
not
So
bad.
that'll be this is an additional willpower for 1 to 3 roll. All right, so that's going to be 3 willpower from Ramus.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Ramus, we'll start with you. The information that you get is no one sees that. Everyone is very positive that they have seen them,
Mm.
but no one can agree on what they look like or um, what times they're most active, stuff like that. But
Mm.
they're most definitely here.
Okay. So at least it narrows down the location.
hmm And then for Vice or for Helia, I think that your commanding of them frightens them, and they can only get uh, 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 east, east, and then they run away to east side of town.
Intimidating. It's just a little conversation. Helio like turns to the others like, "Do you think I'm overbearing? I don't think I'm overbearing."
Considering what Helia looks like, did you figure out the ink cap part?
Yeah, just like drippy, goopy, like just like black, decaying mushroom. Just like I don't think I'm intimidating.
And I think that leads to Ash's good results because it's definitely in town, and then it's
Mhm.
definitely on the east side of town, and then you get a small grouping of houses. And the
Okay.
person who let you in on that little information um, is willing to answer a couple questions if you have them, a couple extra questions.
Um,
Ooh.
would that be Ash? Yeah.
Mhm. Unless you guys have were like traveling together and trying 3 different things while like just walking together. I think you that would make it so you are all in the same location and can ask. What do you think about that?
I mean, it works for me if it works for everyone else.
Yeah, it works for me because I would personally ask like for a name and any additional information that this person might know about who we're looking for.
Question. Helia is specifically stepping back of like, apparently I'm intimidating.
Oh
I
no!
don't want to scare away information.
Okay. All we know is that her name is Kylie, and
Mhm.
she was raised in Quorum.
Okay.
And of course, she's a bumble. And Quorum Quorum actually loves bumbles, and they're they almost are treated as human. It's kind of weird.
Makes me feel like they are being extorted, but I might also be assuming too much.
Mm.
Yeah, I would feel like we should find out the why of the quorum liking the Bumbles so much.
That is a very good question.
Yeah, that sounds shady.
Right?
So you're in the
Yeah.
vicinity. It's basically a small grouping of well maintained but mostly abandoned houses.
Can we search them?
Yeah.
And I shall attempt. Uh, Probably with study. Does study work?
Study would work. And I'm also gonna have you roll that as a fortune die.
Okay.
So you'll do your normal actions, and then you will just like type on an F. Like partial effect, 2 ticks. Okay. So what that means to me is you get to one house, and there is a couple of wasp nests, abandoned wasp nests, sitting on like 5 different places.
Hmm.
And they look relatively new and quickly abandoned.
Well, that brings sadness to Rames's heart because they love pollinators of all kinds. Um, they would then bring the others to this location and ask them if that would mean anything to them. Wasps making and then suddenly, like, is there a threat that can cause that? Could they be dead? Is there dead wasps anywhere nearby?
No, there are still active wasps flying around
Hmm.
the neighborhood, and these ones are red, by the way.
Hmm.
Hmm.
One more thing for me to study, it looks like.
Okay.
Can I use my grimoire sense?
Which is
Conduct a short ritual to ask what is happening in my region.
so that one would be for the grander area of around your around the Void Coven instead.
Ah,
How would I be able to use mine of are there any spirits like nearby? If so, what type?
Yeah.
Specifically, just trying to see if there are any individuals that could match the very brief descriptions that we've heard of Bumbles. That way, we at least know what we're looking for or who we're looking for.
Yeah, I can see something working with that. More sense. Because it's you, I'm gonna have you roll sway or consort or something to that effect.
They're both one, so. Is that like a gather information or just a straight roll?
It's just a fate roll.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Do you want to
Oh.
try again at the risk of angering said spirits and going from controlled to risky? Also, you can try again by pushing yourself and doing something else in the ritual. Like, what is wrong?
Yeah. Uh, um, let's see. I think if the others are okay with it, I might send us into risky to get some of that information and re-roll. Is that all right?
Okay, for adventure. Let's go.
All right, cool. So I just roll the single die again, correct?
Yes. Partial success.
Hey,
I
I'll
thought
take
it was
it.
going to be a 1. Oh my god.
I was so afraid it might be. That would be my luck.
All right. So there are spirits nearby, and one in particular catches your eye. It is a hunter spirit. Okay, just a general run-of-the-mill hunter spirit that you commonly see in predators or that follow predators to help them hunt better. And one of them is following these clusters of bees
Interesting.
or wasps. Wasps.
Helia's gonna actively like describe everything that she's seeing to the group, um, just so like they know what Helia's viewpoint is on the situation at the moment. Um, ooh, let's see. So I conducted the short ritual to see them,
Hmm.
but could I use my grimoire power of commune with spirits to try to gather some information by talking to them?
Absolutely. It's just a focus roll and then one essence.
Alrighty, let me go ahead. And then focus roll.
And then again, you can push yourself for 2 willpower for an extra die. Take a fate bargain.
Do I trust myself right now is the real question.
What could go wrong?
Oh lord.
A lot could go wrong with Helia around, especially
Yeah.
considering the last when we did the draw down the moon. I did not recover much willpower,
Ooh, true.
but also like I'll risk a trauma. What's 2 willpower? I still have 1 more left.
Oof.
Let's get an extra die in there.
I also don't have a lot of willpower left.
Uh-oh.
This is so
Well,
amazing. I love that Helia is the worst roller out of any of my characters
oh.
in any game. It is so entertaining.
Oh wow.
Gavin just puts oof.
Yeah, big oof.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn this into an opportunity.
Oh fun.
One of the spirits stops,
Oh.
turns to look at you, and says, "Will you stop talking gibberish?" And then just takes off.
I don't know if my mic caught any of that because I was yelling.
No.
But Helia is just gonna like look at him run off and just do you mean gibberish? I am speaking the same language as you.
Ah, fun
So
times.
it turns out that they don't want to help.
I guess not.
I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to help either.
That's
Okay.
fair. Is it like there's something in my teeth? Like
And Ash, do you have any ideas on how to
mm, I don't know. Ash is more of a action, you know, electrocute type person. But let's see.
that gives me an idea. Hold on. Let me plug the sheet.
Oh, okay.
For more sense.
Oh, hold on. I forgot I had him.
Huh?
Of course, the text is so tiny. Now, what I'm curious about, okay, first, what's your idea?
So my
'Cause-
idea is your Grimoire sense is uh asking the question how the element's been manipulated,
mhm,
and a successful probably focus roll on that would
okay,
might shed some light on some things.
all right. At least I have one in focus, so let's see. Um, mm, oh, okay.
Okay.
I know, I saved us.
Just when you needed it. So,
Yes.
Ash,
wow, my retention. Sorry. All right, so you're sitting there and you're feeling the energies, what might be manipulated, and the wind is being manipulated. The
Okay.
wind is being manipulated by hundreds or thousands of wasps,
Hmm.
but it's not just them in a flight pattern. They're actively suppressing something in the air.
Hmm.
And you can even tell in which direction it's getting stronger. So where the manipulation is happening more and more.
Hmm. Hmm. Is there a possible danger to us?
Well, there's always danger.
Well,
Um,
from
but
this, though.
you know that wasps generally aren't harmful, and
Mm,
in their adult forms, they just eat nectar. Um, so it's potentially 3 against 1 if something was to go down. Also, uh, wasps are incredibly light, so a small jolt of your elemental control would probably knock most of them out.
true, true. Because I'm looking at my powers and I'm thinking, huh, why don't we have a little shield, so to speak?
Oh,
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? I know it's
Let me-
early, but
dun-dun-dun.
I don't
Let
think
me actually make
it's.
this a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should add a fourth to the party.
Aha. Oh, that's right. You did get that one last time.
Yeah.
Did not mark that on your sheet. At least not the one I'm looking at.
Right. I need to fix that.
Let's do it. I forgot all about that. So, what does that look
God,
like
how
to
bad is
you?
this going to feel? Let's see.
Don't say
Isn't
that.
that the isn't that the $1,000,000 question?
Yeah.
Considering
Um,
Ash, if I remember right, now has a trauma based on their dominant hand from how much they messed it up.
Ash is pretty much walking trauma at this point. um, so what's a little more? Um, okay, what is around like rocks, sticks, all that?
hmm It's a
Okay.
it's a general. I would uh to give you a picture, probably like an HOA type cookie cutter house situation. So you've got lots of that kind of material, and of course,
Okay.
nice decks and on your lawns, all that jazz.
Okay. Let's make a character um based off of the rocks and sticks and debris that's like around the area.
Okay,
Ooh, what do I have to?
a homunculus, the
Yeah,
focus roll, and
focus roll.
I can't remember. I can't see what that essence cost is.
I know it's so small. It's 3 essence. It
Okay,
looks like. Okay, so that would be. I've never done something this big before, so
so mark the
it'll be
3
X.
essence, and then uh focus your focus roll.
Okay, so it'll be exclamation point 4.
No, it would just be the one roll. The
Okay.
essence is just the cost. You can,
Okay.
however, do the Fey Bargain or 2 willpower for an extra die or increased effect.
Um, since it's still early, let's just do the focus roll, and then if I need to do something else later on, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. Please don't mess up. And if I mess up, it'll be my first time, so.
Partial
Oh,
success.
nice.
It's not
So,
bad.
We have a new friend.
uh, for the other two, a small statue of rock and sticks comes to life. Um, what does that look like exactly, Ash?
Um, Probably something like in a cartoon, like it'll have the wood for like the long pieces, like the arms and the legs and all that, but then like small pebbles for the joints, and then like bigger rocks for the hands and
So
fingers and all.
is it a humanoid? Like a posable doll?
Yes,
Cool. All right.
and it's still bigger than me.
Nice. All right. So for a partial success on that focus roll, I think a 6 clock, a 6 harm clock, would do
Okay.
just fine. Okay. So now you have your homunculus. You
Hmm.
have the direction of which the manipulation is happening most concentrated, and you know that there's a lot of wasps.
Hmm.
So
All right. So
time to go check
let's
it out.
let's let him go forward, and then whatever happens, he can take the brunt of it while we think and figure out a plan. How about that?
Yeah,
Sounds
that
good.
sounds like a safe way to go forwards.
Sorry, you're
haven't been
sorry, you're a little shield, my friend, but go forth.
Yay, I'm a sacrifice!
Go forth, little sacrifice. You will do a
I'm a mean,
fantastic job.
I'm a mean little Gorgon. Oh God.
Hey, I mean, it all works, right?
True.
Alright, so, you get closer, and the wasps start swirling around you
Mm-hmm.
as you get
Great.
to this last house. And then they'll just land, and you hear very clearly in your heads, who are you and what do you want?
Do we all hear it?
Yes.
Oh,
I point to Helly and I go, "Go on, Mom."
Wow, it is so nice to meet you. We hope we are not bothering you. My name is Helia. I'm here with some friends of mine from the Deseret Coven. We wanted to, I guess, come by and see how you were as a metaphorical slash physical neighbor.
The Deseret Coven?
I mean, just Deseret.
What do you want with me?
We're here to help if we can, possibly.
More like bringing you to quorum.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Okay. Then in that case,
Well,
I was correct. We are a Deseret Coven called the Void Coven. We do not like Korra. We want to be friends.
Hmm. How how do I how do I know I can trust you?
I,
You scared away a hunter spirit.
uh,
I'm not okay. Look, we can talk about that. So I may or may not be an animist witch, but I don't. Me, I chose this path. The spirits did not choose me. Does that make sense? I'm not very good at what I do, but I'm trying. I'm learning.
Uh, that might be because you're speaking a different language. You're trying to speak Baba.
What does that? Oh, I see. In that case, if you see them and you can speak to them, will you apologize for me?
Oh no, I'm just a communal witch.
Well,
hmm.
in that case, these are my friends. This is Ramus and Ash.
Hi.
They're
Remus
better
kind of
friends
waves.
than I am.
He, Remus would ask if their name is Kylie.
Yes.
Are you okay? Like,
I'm the last I'm the last Bumble not in a cage. I'm a little
oh,
scared.
how do we get the other ones out of the cage?
Burn quorum?
Okay, yeah, can do that. Do you
No
want to help?
problems or issues with fucking up quorum. We are more than happy to do so.
Okay. Um, after a few moments of silence, a crow pops out of one of the rooms.
You said
A crow, yep.
Helia is going to like extend an arm, and Souffle is just gonna run down and kind of like sit on her hand.
Why are
Just
you offering it food?
This is a friendship offer. Please don't eat souffle. He is very kind and doesn't taste very good.
This time you hear the crow. Not dead. Don't want.
It'll be all right.
Okay. And then someone else walks out. She has small red hairs covering her body,
Mhm.
antenna, and 3 ocelli eyes in the middle of her forehead. Bumble. I believe she also has wings, like little wasp wings.
Do they work? Like,
Yes.
can you fly? Yeah.
Hovers.
Wow.
I'm not a long distance flyer, but
No, but that's useful.
yeah. Okay. I'm going to take a chance with you guys, so please don't turn me into quorum.
I mean, we don't do that. We don't play with those people.
We don't do that here.
No, we don't do that here.
I'd rather electrocute them, but that's me.
We could always regale you of our experiences of absolutely destroying one of their compounds that was holding witches in it. What we did get arrested by them temporarily, but you know our little familiars, as sweet as they are, were able to get us out. Uh, let's see, we stole from a library where they were. Uh, the last one isn't really the related. We went to Arcadia and came back, but that's not necessarily quorum related. That was an after effect of the prison break.
See, I don't remember anything about getting captured by them, so I'm sure that these two are making it up for clout or something. Yeah.
Why would I make anything up?
Hmm.
No idea.
Just my day-to-day life with chaos. It is a okay. I know it sounds too hard to believe. It is just the way my life works. I
And
believe.
I happen to get dragged into that chaos. Probably.
Oh, Ash, you know you find it a little entertaining. Otherwise, you wouldn't come along.
Just for the zappy zappy, that's all.
Okay, I'll trust you. Quorum is obsessed with collecting bumbles, and we've been going missing a lot lately.
I knew those guys were weird.
But
I
do you
knew
know why?
Why what?
Why are they taking you guys away?
Because we're workers. Like I see a few people on that compound of theirs in Salt Lake. Um, a few bumbles, but like they see us as a working force and nothing more.
They probably see them as a threat as well, so why not get rid of them?
So yeah, I've been running from them, but I like Deseret because it's a pretty place.
If you join us, we have a place where you can hide. Stay in Deseret.
Did we lose Vice?
Yeah, I think we lost Vice.
Oh no.
They're completely frozen.
Yeah.
We lost Dad. Dad, come back.
We have no parental figure. Everybody run wild.
Yeah.
No, we'll just push that on Ash.
Well, no. I don't want to be a parent. I'm already a cat parent. I'm good.
Oh, they're back. I think. Maybe. Are you back?
Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
let me hold on one second. I'm going to switch over to my other Wi-Fi because it has a better connection.
Okay.
Okay.
Or it can't connect. That's cool too.
It's really not a stream without a glitch or two.
Of course
Yeah,
not.
I mean the dice bot has worked so far. That's
Oh, so far.
Don't scare it. Don't scare
I'm
it.
sorry. I probably broke it. It's like when that power outage was starting to happen and where I live, and I was at work on chat and I said, "Well, so far I'm good." And then my power went out
Oh no.
The timing of that.
for 3 days, no less.
Oh.
It was really cold is the worst part, I think. That and losing all the food at the price of food right now.
Ugh.
Ugh. Anyway. Oh, are we back?
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. Good. Yay.
Well, what is the last thing you heard?
The last thing I heard was a
Uh-oh.
No.
That's not good.
Quorum, you will not silence us.
Yeah.
Yep, we lost that again, sadly.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, let's go to break for until we get
Yeah,
them back.
Yeah. Break time.
I was just typing that in chat on the side. Yep.
So yeah, we'll be back as soon as get all sorted out. welcome back, everyone. Hopefully that is the end of the technical difficulties. But yeah,
Thank you for being patient. I appreciate it.
thank you all so much for the stayed. Um, Vice, what was the last thing that you heard before dropping?
So the last thing I heard was the kind Bumble talking about how Corum is essentially extorting them, and then Helia went, "Extortion! I knew it!" And then I completely lost everything.
Oh no.
So yeah, I now I can't remember what we did after that, but yeah. So Quorum is oh, the last time they were seen was in their compound in Salt Lake, and then they were trying to figure out what to do from here.
Heard. So what I'm understanding is that we are going to go and fuck some shit up like usual. Yes?
Yeah,
What do
let's
you
go.
That's what it sounds like it.
do you need me there, or can you do it on your own?
Well, if you need to rest and recover from whatever ordeal you've been through, we could let you go to the Coven instead for now, unless you want to come and free your friends. So it's up to you.
Um, I, I'm I want to trust you, so I can't just send you off to your own devices. Quorum's crazy. They're
We
walking
know.
to their headquarters is not going to be the same as walking into a containment facility. So I'll go with you guys.
Are you
Nice.
sure?
Yeah, I'm never alone. So
Okay.
you guys shouldn't be there. Okay.
All right.
So
Oh, I know we've had interruptions and all this. What is my homunculus at?
so unless it takes
Because I know
harm,
that.
it's not going to decrease in strength. So you have a 6
Sweet.
clock.
Okay, cool. I thought there was like a time limit from the time I made it until
Oh no.
it just went
So
poof. All right.
that's probably just because of the name clock, but no, it's just 6 of actions or consequences mostly.
Okay.
So the current target is uh the Quorum Choir House, a circular building next to the Quorum headquarters.
Hmm.
Kylie explains that's the only place where you can still see a Bumble in Deseret.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
the compound itself is surrounded in a 8-foot wall of pure granite, and there is 2 entrances, one in the front and one in the back. Both are either high traffic or well guarded.
Heard. Would we be able to? Because at this, sorry,
Good.
Lucy, stop playing with the wires, please. Um, would we be able to take a look around and essentially find or search for any specific like weak points in which we might be able to sneak in a little bit easier?
Okay. Let me do a dice fortune roll.
I'm curious what type of commands I can give my homunculus. Like, do they have to be simplistic, or can I be like, find us a way in? You know?
So it doesn't have a mind. It's controlled by your actions, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So it's more like it is a simple tool.
Okay.
Okay. So for that roll, we got a partial limited effect. So we'll say that it's not a busy time of day. But there are still like small groups of people when you get to the compound, that are going to be going in and out.
Right. So we're noticing almost like a not necessarily a guard shift, but there are occasional people in and out of the building.
So also on the grounds is a sort of like garden or a uh, what is it called? Just like an enclosed little forest, basically.
Mm.
And so people are coming in, looking at that, and going in and out of the quorum headquarters itself. So not necessarily guards, but definitely quorum's allies or in the vicinity of.
Heard. Okay. Let's see. So it seems like uh my luck is not the best today. So what do the rest of you presume that we do to carry this out?
A lot of our previous rescue missions were, how might I say, kind of ended up roughly, I guess, which is fine. So how about we try to make this one easier? How about we make them leave and then we can just go in, save these witches?
Why don't we use my friend as a distraction?
Yeah, or I have this nice thing called swamp gas that I would be very happy to use
Ooh.
inside of
I
that building. We can make them
I
sleep
mean
so that I don't accidentally kill some of our friends'
Oh
friends.
no, accidentally. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but
it's the allies I'm worried about.
I was about
Um,
to. I was about to say quorum people. Oh, oops. Oh well.
Bunch of
yes.
fumbles.
Yeah.
but I think that gas will come quite in handy. Uh and on top of that I just think it would be really fun to mess with them.
All right. So that would be a or a stealth with a point of attack or a deception. What do you think?
Uh,
Sorry, my Wi-Fi came back apparently.
Hold
Look
on.
at us go! I'm back on the computer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
uh,
so much nicer than the usual like 2 days.
yeah, for sure.
Sorry, continue.
All right.
I think I have prowl. I can use prowl
Oh,
for.
so this roll will be our engagement roll. So just
Ah.
deciding what position you guys start in. Um,
Oh, okay.
so on your coven sheet you have uh bunch of methods, details, stuff like that. And
Mm.
I'm thinking a stealth or deception method, and then a point of attack for detail, because you guys are planning on using a gas, so chemical
Mm.
warfare, sort of.
Also say, would Helia's role earlier that put us into risky mean that we're starting off with like a risky?
No, I think that it's been enough time and enough distance, considering they're probably 12 or 14 miles from where that other village is. So,
Cool.
all right. And we know that the detail that this is to get everyone to go out. What does Gavin have to say? So, let's get our engagement roll started. Got a die for sheer luck. We'll get 1 die for each major advantage. The operation is particularly bold or daring. Yeah, pretty much everything you guys do against Quorum. The plan's detail exposes the vulnerability of the target. Okay. The plan's detail exposes the vulnerability of the target or hits them where they're weakest. As far as we know, there's no defenses against gas attack. Friends, contacts provide aid or insights.
What was
Does
that?
anybody have any idea on that?
We
That one is
we have the friend, right? The Bumble.
mhm.
Yeah.
So I think she'll count. And then target is a lower tier. No, not even close.
No.
All right, and then -1 die for each major disadvantage. Operation is overly complex or contingent on many factors. Not really. Target is strong against this approach. Has particular defenses or preparations, not that we know of. Why did I put that down? Stop that. Um, Enemies or rivals interfering in the operation. Not at the moment. And the target is a higher tier, which is a given. All right. So, sound good to you guys for a 3-die action roll or engagement roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Good results. You encounter the first obstacle, controlled position. Okay. So, what that looks like is your gas goes off, probably catching uh, stray wind, and quickly fills the quorum uh, compound with the gas. Okay.
Job.
So now,
That is what we like to see.
everyone just dropping like flies. Oops.
They're getting off easy this time.
Okay. So you go in, and the quorum choir building uh is still very busy with movement and noise.
Before we entirely move on to the next area where people are still conscious and walking around, could Helia do something equivalent of like braiding all of the quorum members' hair together or like tying all of their shoelaces together just absolutely knotting it up so like they can't easily escape it.
Do it. So, what that looks like to me is
Uh-oh.
everyone just in the open grounds, right? Am I understanding correctly?
Yeah,
Okay.
dropped from the gas. Helia is like trying to mess their day up even more.
All right. I think I will just give that one to you since, yeah.
Nice.
What are they going to do? Okay.
Fantastic.
And so you move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the building itself isn't locked, but all doors are closed, and there are no windows.
Ooh.
Is there ventilation
Mhm.
that goes outside?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, if I can access it,
Okay. Are you going to put them to sleep as well?
yep.
Okay. Let me see. 3 minutes.
It's just one essence for me.
Sounds good
So
then.
that seems to be it. Unless you want to add something.
I think because of hidden knowledge, I think I'm going to increase the skill requirement
Okay.
to 3 essence.
Okay. Done.
Cool. All right.
So Remus comes up to the vents and proceeds to exhale a sweet smelling, hopefully you're not smelling it, a sweet smelling cloud of stuff. It's very technical terms. He explains it that way also. Um, and his little, like, whatever has bloomed in his hair kind of does a little wavy thing. Also, very scientific terms
Gotta
for
Yeah.
pollinating or
almost.
whatever.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So I think um there is a wasp just outside of your guys' uh peripheral visions that is just constantly blowing this away from you. But yeah. So in all those scientific terms, as soon as you as soon as you're done explaining, you start hearing bodies drop on the other side of the doors.
Remus bursts out laughing. Like,
Okay.
That sounds like many a concussion in there.
hopefully, just not for the friends.
Right.
Sounds like they should have thought about that before having ventilation to the outside.
Plus,
And
how dare
messing
they
with
Where
get
they
our
have
fresh
heat
partner.
air?
Yeah. So going in. Once you're inside, you see probably 3 bumbles just passed out in the entryway, and you can see more throughout this sort of circular hallway.
Try
And
to.
are there any? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, would we be able to try to like drag them outside so they have like air and can start waking up?
Yeah, I can see it going pretty easily. Let's see.
I had another method in mind. Are there a lot of guards?
All you see is bumbles.
Oh, we just fumigated the bumble.
Oh,
There's no guards, not a single quorum in there.
whoops.
There's no
Uh,
there's no mundanes here, and there's going throughout the entire building. There's probably I want to say 15 to 20 bumble.
Her. And I do want to specify that the shoelaces that Helia nodded were to have only been Corum.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I specified that. uh, well, in that case, um, we could start pulling them outside, get them some fresh air, or maybe the Ash. Do you have anything like wind related to blow all the gas into either like other rooms where quorum guards might be, or just out of this area?
I'm all sparky, but my friend here could probably start carrying people out.
I can help.
Yeah, I can help too.
Um, no, um, give me a second. You're not afraid of wasps, are you?
Yeah.
And hundreds of red wasps, about an inch and a half long, start buzzing as they swarm through the building and push this gas out. My friends tell me that it's just Bumble.
Oh, then we just get him out and we leave.
Makes it
So
easy.
wait, they were lightly guarded? This this doesn't seem right.
Okay, so
Mm,
what are you going to do?
Where's the other guards?
Where are the other guards?
Can can Helia like almost do like a pat down or just like a quick like look over one of the bumbles to see if there's any form of like if they have red stones attached to them or any form of like collar or something that's like keeping them there.
The only thing that they have is a silver necklace with quorum symbol.
Can Helia try taking one off of one of the bumbles?
Yeah.
And preferably one of the ones like taken outside so like if they wake up we can ask them like what's the dealio? What's the hip haps?
Okay. Um, just as you get the necklace off, that Bumble starts to wake up. What happened? What's
I
going
don't
on?
like this.
Nice to you. Hello, my name is Helia. How are you feeling?
Uh, like I just got out of the pool? I don't know. What's going on?
What do you remember most recently?
I was cleaning the pipes for our performance tomorrow. Yeah.
Performance of what?
We're singers. Um, we have a grand gala. Uh, Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm not thinking of the right word. Da-da-dun. Uh, we're having a charity ball tomorrow to try and raise money for the youth in need.
What?
What
Doesn't make sense.
facility are you working with for this charity?
Quorum, of course.
Helia's just gonna kind of step backwards and look to the others.
What did I tell you? Ah,
Just said it was. I was just trying to figure it out. So, and Helia's gonna look over to the Bumble, like our Bumble friend who came with us, like,
cool. I love
She is
traps.
she is standing there flabbergasted and looking confused. And then the two start just staring at each other and not saying anything, but they're reacting physically as if they are.
Helia's just gonna watch between the two, just reaction of reaction. If it seems like anything hostile is going to happen to our Bumble friend, Helia will step in to protect, but otherwise is just kind of observing.
Ramus isn't that patient. He's gonna go in the building and look around.
What are you looking for?
A Bumble that looks different than the others, or signs of like something hidden.
So, there is one Bumble that is younger than the rest, and then one that is dressed in a different uniform, almost. The way that she dresses is more casual and less dressy.
I'll go up to the more casual one.
Okay.
Is she still sleeping?
They're all starting to wake up at this point.
Okay. Ramis will ask the Bumble if they have a queen or some such.
A queen? We're not England.
Or a leader.
I think that would be. I think the only one we answer to is Apostle Nikolai, the leader of Quorum.
Ah, I see. Damn it. That's it. I got nothing else. Ramus comes out. If no one stops him, he goes out of the building and shrugs at everyone. And I don't know.
I say we go while the getting's good, while they're waking up. Just go.
Yeah, but we need to grab the friend who is communicating in Bumble
No,
language.
I'm worried this was a trap.
Well,
I mean, look at this.
they're not attacking us.
Not yet. You put him asleep.
The Bumbles are the only ones waking up. All the mundanes across the compound floor is just still knocked out.
Does Helia
Oh, I thought there was no mundanes.
No, so Quorum are mundanes, which are just standard humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so it's like just a different building on the compound is where the choir building sits.
Oh, okay. I think we should go check out the quorum people.
before we do that, did Helia notice anything between our Bumble friend and
So the Quorum Bumble is getting almost giddy's not the right word. They're starting to laugh, but out of disbelief, while while Kylie is getting more distressed. And finally she says, "So Quorum has nothing to do with it. Then who does?"
That's not good.
No, it's
Who?
not.
who?
Let's
Who?
go. Oh no, please let's go. Ah,
The Quorum Bumble looks at you guys and says, "Your friend is speaking the truth. We're not going to like attack you or anything." It's for now in here. Damn it, Kevin. We're not going to attack you. We're just singers. And obviously there's been a mistake somewhere. So you guys can go. Just pretend you know
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll need to come back eventually.
Uh,
I guess mention in the meantime that I did tie all of the Quorum people's shoelaces and hair together, so if they wake up and they're confused about that,
Oh, who cares?
just tell them that something happened and that the water was weird. Anyways, I guess we're just gonna go.
okay.
Thank you for being kind and understanding. I'm glad you're okay. If you never need anything, just give us a call. Bye.
We take Kylie with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I,
you're
I,
welcome to join our coven if you want.
okay. We'll see. I really want to know what's happening to them.
I
We'll figure it out, but I think we need to regroup for this one. And because this isn't how we expected.
Yeah, it seems that there is another factor at play. If it's not quorum, it's something. So I don't
Course.
have we don't have the answers. We don't have the research for it yet, but we can always do more.
You can always ask Circle of the Moon.
Can I?
There.
That's true.
So the Circle of the Moon is a faction that operates out of Liberty Park, which is just a couple miles from where you are currently. But they have a reputation for being all-inclusive between Fey, witches, mundanes, and well, witches both bound and wild.
Good idea. uh,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and focus on getting out of here first, and then we'll regroup and do that.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Do it.
Now, question: Did you guys
I'm
take
just.
the truck from your coven?
I don't think so.
I would
Uh,
assume if it was like 12 to 14 miles away.
So, getting out of Quorum, getting out the Quorum headquarter compound, not an issue. Everyone's still asleep, and there are a few people cycling in who just looks at the piles of people asleep and just are bewildered. Which gives you guys enough time to leave without someone following you. You do, however, have a parking ticket on your truck.
Damn
That
it.
was ours. We'll just change out the tags, but the license plate back at the coven.
Ramus eats the ticket.
Yes.
Like it was never
yes,
there.
yes.
Okay.
Whew.
Now, onto Liberty Park.
To Liberty Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll look into that ticket later.
You can't, I ate it.
I'm sure there's a record somewhere.
We'll just make new license plates. It'll be fine.
All right.
Y'all are giving me such gray hairs. Oh my gosh.
You
And
know
just like that, Ash's migraine is back.
Yes.
we keep life interesting for you.
My snakes are dropping one after another.
No.
We'll make sure to give them a spa day when we get back to the Covenstead.
Please.
Tiny little cucumber slices for their eyes.
Yes.
Okay. So when you get to Liberty Park, it's probably half a mile long and about a quarter mile wide, and there's a little path that you can drive around the entire park. On one side is a pond with a gazebo in which you can hear drums and flutes playing. Not really to an actual song, but just to the beat. And as you get closer, there is stands of like basically a physical Etsy, and people just hanging out and probably smoking green tobacco. Yeah, and there are people of all sorts of backgrounds just kind of hanging out.
Wow, that's inclusive. Like compared with quorum places.
Right.
And here's the kicker: you actually see quorum people there, like openly wearing their symbols.
So it's like a
Quorum,
neutral ground.
yeah,
Ah,
according because it's basically it's where everyone goes to hang out. Doesn't matter who.
That reminds me of like Ratland from the Netflix series Kipo. It's like a completely safe zone for everybody, even people who like don't normally get along.
Hmm,
But
never seen it. Yeah,
good
same
show.
same vibe. Okay.
So just because it's me and Ash is a little paranoid thing, I'm gonna keep my hood up so that nobody sees my snake hair, and I put my sunglasses on. I try to be as I'm already small, but Ash is gonna try and be as small as possible, in this space because they just don't feel comfortable with all the other people walking around and just they don't want to be identified, for
For obvious
whatever
reasons.
reason. Yeah.
Okay. So you basically have free reign of this gathering, and you can also hear the Tracy Aviary and all of its birds on the far end.
mm.
So, question: does anyone have the Fool as an aspect, or was that Ricky?
That was Ricky, I think.
That was Ricky.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have the moon.
I have justice.
I have justice as well.
Justice. Okay. Um. Deseret.
I'm
So,
basically Snake Batman.
what, or how rather, are you guys going to go about gathering information?
I think in Rames's case, he's done enough bold things. He'll just listen around to
Okay.
the different groups of people. He looks like a tree, so I imagine he can somewhat like be subtle about being in that space. Um,
So that sounds like a study or survey role.
I think survey. I have no points in survey, but I think that's really the most accurate
Okay.
in what he's because it's really passive.
So you can take a Fey bargain and uh, spend 2 willpower for an increased effect and 1 die, or one or the other of some sort.
No, I think I'm just gonna go with the
Zero die?
zero.
Okay.
It's exciting. It's like a 50-50 thing.
So down for that.
Go. Uh,
And partial success.
that's not too bad.
So it, it is a success with a cost. Most obvious one. One of the Topaz Advisory soldiers is now watching you.
Mm.
But you hear snippets of Forum and its rivals starting to go, starting to wage their wars again.
Forum and who?
Their rivals. Apparently, you guys have been showing Quorum has weak points, and now their enemies are starting to pounce.
Mm.
I have something for Helia to do also when that is all completed. Was that an okay? Go
Yep.
ahead. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So I think Helia is going to. Well, I had like two ideas, but I think I can roll them into one. So with Helia's aspect being the moon and her disposition being pretty courageous, and courage doesn't always equal smart. Sorry, Ash, in advance. Helia is going to just
Oh no.
approach like a fair group of like any quorum guards and other like potential witches that may be in a general vicinity, and just kind of like if there are any open drums or flutes, kind of play along and just get conversation going to listen into any, or like make them feel comfortable enough to just start talking to her.
Okay, so the drums and flutes and all that good jazz are in the gazebo today. And they're just drumming along. But the people around them, obviously, who aren't playing an instrument, they're the ones chatting. So, uh, let's do survey, consort, or sway. I can see any of those working to try and glean the right information.
Heard way because that feels like, I don't know, a bit more passive, a bit more like comfortable, not Helia specifically like egging on information, but trying to just a false sense of security.
Right, okay.
So let's see how this will go. Nope.
Okay.
That's pretty standard.
Mm.
The dice just really do not like you, I think.
No, they
No.
don't.
Well, since technically this would be a gather information roll, which I completely spaced out. Technically, that's not a full failure. That's just limited information.
Mm,
Um,
yeah. Helia made them comfortable, just not comfortable enough to share the information she was looking for.
ooh.
So like now I'm just like imagining like now she knows about like their marital problems, but not like not the information she was hoping for.
So basically, a bunch of that little dramas, how the closest information you get to Quorum is that Quorum has been investigating one of the Order's wives
Ooh.
maliciously, but that's what you get.
All right. All right. Helia is definitely like was initially just doing it kind of like a because I have to, but now it's like, oh, ooh, tea? Tea, sure thing. Yeah. Fill up my cup. I'm listening.
Okay. Um, if you want to get more, we'll have you roll again. Try and get anything else out. This time we'll do it as a fortune roll.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. So would that be
So, want to do your sway again and then just tack on an F at the end?
heard? Come on. Come on. No.
Oh
The conversation goes off to,
gosh darn it.
how many people they've been with,
Um,
and how often this person got back with their ex.
Her. So I'm getting the drama of it all, not the statistics. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Ash?
that hurts. It's up to Ash again.
Best of
You
luck.
did
Got
you
this.
did warn me though. I'm gonna pretend to pull some AirPods or listening stuff out of my pocket, put them in my ears, but they're being covered by my hoodie. And I'm gonna walk around with my hands in my pockets and just see if just passing by I can catch some sort of conversation that's interesting.
Okay. So, um,
I got
survey.
focus and I got target that I can use.
See, I can see either one of those working. Focusing on who you think would be the most, uh, or targeting those who you think would be the most open-lipped, or
Hmm.
focusing on uh, hearing only certain words or phrases to try and
Yeah,
gather information.
I got one either way, so it doesn't matter which way I go.
Okay, so go ahead and just do a exclamation 1F.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
next results. Probably should have done that as G. Oops, whatever.
Oh,
So that would be a good um, good results. Follow-up questions are possible. Yeah. So you hear that the order is the prime target. As you're walking around, some of the quorum just they're not in suits or anything. They're just wearing their symbols proudly. But
hmm.
apparently, the order has been interfering with quorum business, and they think that the Bumbles are being captured by the order.
Mm. Ooh,
Oh.
that's not so good.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a little worse than quorum.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yee.
You do have follow-up questions available if you want to try and find out anything more specifically.
Uh, yeah. So do I roll again? And
No, these are just think of something you want to know or relinquish what I think you should know to me.
um,
Or of course your coven mates. 'Cause I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming you guys did your telepathic bond
yeah,
ritual. So
yeah. So as I'm finding out, I'm letting them know, but I'm still kind of like wandering around, see is there anything more I can catch before I meet back up with them?
okay, I think you you've heard that or you hear from one of the we'll say it is the Wolf Hunting Lodge. So they have uh a target symbol on one of their necklaces.
Mhm.
You hear them say, "I really wish I could hunt a bumble, but you know how quorum is. They protect those little bastards."
Hmm.
Guys just
Okay, Vice, I
gifted a
saw that.
bunch of
I saw
subs.
that, Vice.
Try to
5 subs.
Of course, I fucking gift the subs just as we get some like messed up information, but that's fine.
I mean, you softened the blow for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
try to make it better.
And thank you, of course, for all the subs.
Of course.
Hey. So you've just learned all of that. The quorum is protecting Bumbles, much to the disdain of one of their allies. So yeah. What you can do with that information from here?
I'm definitely getting we definitely need to kind of come together, regroup, and plan because this is much bigger than us, bigger than Quorum,
Mhm.
bigger than we were anticipating.
Research time.
Yeah, we need to do some research. We need
Mhm.
to plan. Whew.
Yeah, you got the tea. I got the spiciness.
Yeah. I got the hot goss. You got like the actual information.
And I got a guard following me. And you know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Wait, did we decide which guard? Oh yeah, it was Topaz Advisory.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
So
the
good.
Bumbles are safe with the quorum for now, right?
Safe.
Uh-huh.
I
Well,
mean,
safer.
we at least know that Quorum is protecting the Bumbles.
Yeah. We don't know why, which is bothering me.
Right.
They're not treated fully as mundanes, but when it comes to anything not mundane, they have like the top seat.
Hmm.
And we still have what was the name of our Bumble friend?
Kylie,
Kylie.
Heard. So we
Kylie, I
still
think.
we still have Kylie with us. Um I think when we kind of like regroup, it would probably suit us best if you could tell us everything that you conversed about with your friend who was still in Quorum. Just that way we have information that we may not have gotten elsewhere.
uh, yeah, it wasn't all that much. We were just talking about how uh they were holding this a gala because the Bumbles were going missing, and they've been trying to keep it quiet. Um, but a certain attack on the research center or the archivist center kind of screwed them over on subtlety because people started looking at quorum and what they were doing, and like it was basically just um Sarah trying to assure that quorum wouldn't uh stockpile Bumbles for any reason.
Okay, so she did admit that Corum is stockpiling the Bumbles.
Would not
Would
stockpile.
not.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, aside from getting the protection aspect from them, I guess to hide in a way from the order? Ash, Ramus, I can't connect dots here, so I'm passing that to you. I'm here for the chaos and making shit bad. You guys make things better.
I just don't like their whole connection to Corin. That's I protector or not. That sends off warning bells to me. What if they try to convert the bumbles to their side, then we have a lot more to deal with than just them, you know?
The bumbles at the Quorum Choir House, were 100%. We're 100. Thank you, Kevin. Helia is here to
Yeah,
babble incoherently at nature spirits.
and make them mad.
It's accurate.
Uh, the bumbles at Quorum were they're true believers. Like they're for the Quorum mission. So
See? So why are you different?
why am I? Would you want to ally yourself with someone who wants the extermination of witches?
They obviously do.
No, the bumbles don't actually have magic. Those bumbles didn't have magic. They were just descendants of someone.
I'm just really confused because I thought we were doing a rescue mission and not.
There's still a lot of bumbles that are captured. I'm just trying to find my people.
What do you think, Elia?
I think as it stands right now, at the very least, we sorry, Gavin is just roasting me. But it's true. I do struggle. Anyways, I think as it stands right now, at the very least, we know that the bumbles are safe, and that is kind of what
Those bumbles
matters.
are safe.
Yeah, those bumbles are safe right now. So I think it is kind of imperative for us to look into more of the order, prepare ourselves, and figure out how to find and save the others. And then we can come back to the ones that are being safe by Corum. Even though we don't like them right now, it's kind of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, no, but also yes. I let's find the other bumbles first. I agree with that, and then we can decide what we do with the other one. Because honestly, like if they're happy just dancing for Corum, like, and they're not witches, like, I don't care. I have nothing against them. They have nothing against me. I'll still take down Corum when we're done with the order. Like,
Which, for the record, the Order is the entire reason the Void Coven is here in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
all right. So
I
while you
just
guys,
hope they're not used as fodder later on against us. That's my whole thing. But fine, we'll focus on one thing and then come back to this. My snakes are screaming right now. That's all I know.
while you're talking, a couple of kids a couple of people in like ranger gear, like forest ranger uniforms, walk up to you.
Oh, great.
Hey,
Oh, great. Now what?
we saw you guys decimate the Quorum Tower a few months back. I think
Don't know
you
what's
have
a Corum Tower. Never heard of one.
uh we're the Cottonwood Keepers. We sort of protect nature. That's our whole thing.
Oh.
There's
Yes.
there's a screaming at one of the dams every night. Like not audible screams. Like we can just feel it happening.
Spiritual scream? Because I mean, I'm not good with that.
Kylie speaks up. Did it just feel like your emotions started screaming in your head, like your own emotions? And the Cottonwood Keeper says, kinda. And then Kylie turns to you three and says, well, most fumbles can speak without speaking using our pheromones. And it is dependent on the wind speed, in which at night there's little wind. So they could be trying to get help.
There's a lead. We have a lead.
We
That's
can
not having
investigate that.
the order.
Yeah. Calm down. We're in public. There are eyes on us. All right.
Oh, don't worry about that. Miss Tessa has a deal with Nikolai, Apostle Nikolai. Anything said or done in Liberty Park during Drum Circle is off limits for persecution.
Still,
In
better
that
to be
case,
safe than sorry.
I'm sorry, Ash. In that case, could Helia turn around since Drum Circle is still happening and just kind of yell out into the park, "Fuck court and fuck the order, ACAB."
I'm gonna have
Why
you
am I
roll
here?
a 2 die fortune roll.
Oh, Jesus.
You said
I
a
feel
2
like
die?
Ash joined the
Mhm.
wrong coven.
Yeah, Ash is like, I'm going to leave. Bye.
You said a 2 die fortune roll?
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Hey, that is the highest thing I've rolled so far.
I'm going to cry.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You hear a bunch of
Oh.
people shouting their agreements, and then you've got a bunch of people saying, "Hey, watch your language."
Speech during Drum Circle.
I just want to hide. Helia, why do you always do this?
Ramus is just
Agent
like
of chaos.
lurking.
Raymond's just lurking.
Smirking, like, yeah,
Okay.
he's amused.
Ash
Yeah.
is like, why don't I know Earth? So whole swallows me up and just goodbye.
I am the Agent of Chaos. Our the patron is a black hole. I'm going to lean into it a little bit.
It doesn't mean poke the bear at every opportunity. Oh, jeez.
Don't worry, I can double up on that offer to make you tea. I'll make sure
You're
it's
gonna be
nice, calming, soothing tea.
make it alcohol, and you have a deal.
I'll break out the good stuff.
Good. Okay, so we have a lead. Hopefully, this isn't another bad idea.
Well, that depends on what constitutes as a bad idea for you, Ash. Because
Technically, everything dealing with Helia right now is a bad idea.
So the Cottonwood Keepers give you the location. It's up. It's a dam just up Big Cottonwood Canyon and down a couple of side roads. All Red Watcher minis. I need that. Anyways, so yeah, and I'm assuming y'all go straight towards there.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Let's do a. Okay, so when you get up to the dam, it takes about an hour between all the driving, but you see a host of order guards patrolling the area. A couple on the dam itself, and yeah, and there seems to be a bunker next to the dam at one point, or rather, a bunker entrance. Both of those statements in chat do not contradict each other. Right. So, what is your plan for getting in?
Heard. So you said it is just like a full bunker, right?
So there's the entrance to the bunker next to uh the dam.
Hmm. Does it seem like there's anybody outside keeping watch?
There is a couple of people on the dam itself, and there is one guard outside of the bunker.
Uh, so 2 is also like, continuing the sneakage. But I would also like to waver, or I would also like to suggest, in the instance of potentially getting caught, just using my ability, my grimoire power of reveal the inner self to shapeshift a mortal into a natural animal representative.
All
I
right. Go
I
ahead.
partially have a question. I think he was a little forgotten, but do I still have my friend that we've been dragging along with us?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. We could also use him as a distraction. Just,
Oh,
hi,
true.
look, I'm here. And then he runs off. And then, of course, they're going to run after him.
True, true.
Both of those would work really well.
Okay.
The homunculus wouldn't cost anything.
Right.
Okay, okay. What if you use the homunculus on top of the dam where
Okay.
there are multiple guards?
Okay.
That way they can chase him, and then I'll target the single guard in front of the entrance.
Okay. And I'll just give him the command to distract and then run.
Okay.
And then I'll just use my essence.
I don't know why I had jazz hands for distract, but okay.
Distracting.
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh, God.
go.
Mm.
I'll have you do a fortune roll, real quick, Ash, while I'm thinking about it, and
Okay.
then let Helia take the floor.
So I'll let Ash do the fortune roll first.
Uh, so Ooh,
Okay.
does not follow instructions well.
Well, it certainly caught their attention, but I think going too close to one of the order members, the magic started to degrade.
Okay,
Oh.
that's
Hell yeah.
fine. He's had a nice long life so far.
Oh, hey, wait, Ramus. You have a very aggressive familiar now.
Yes.
You want to use Molly as a distraction?
Oh, yeah. I can sick Molly on them.
Uh-oh.
Goose.
Yeah. Ramis totally calls Molly over. It's time for annoying goose game.
Yes.
I will have you roll fortune die as well.
Uh, just
Because-
one?
Mm, yeah, we'll do just one.
Okay.
Mixed results. All right. So what that looks like is, they are thoroughly distracted. Although there are moments where you briefly lose your connection to Molly,
Uh-oh.
but there's enough geese in the area that start flocking with her to actually keep her protected.
Ah.
Okay.
Did the Molly turn into a white goose or a Canadian goose?
Well, I never described. I
Okay.
just said that Helia pulled out a whole ass goose.
I'm gonna go with Canadian goose just because they have the funny colors and their assholes. That's it.
Okay. well.
I'm done with that.
Right.
What are you turning him?
Huh?
What are you turning him into, Helia?
Uh, Helia's gonna kind of, I imagine, just like if there are trees around the area, is just like slinking between the trees. I'll crouch down like behind a bush to peek over, and it's just kind of like grab a little bit of like the goop coming off of her ink cap mushroom and just kind of flick it in his direction. And is going to turn this guard into, let's say, a June bug.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
He'll only live for like one night and then die clinging to a window screen
Unless he gets stepped on.
or eaten by a house
Ew,
cat.
bud.
Okay. As the goop hits him, he shrivels and suddenly becomes a little June bug, leaving the door completely unguarded.
Got it.
They have fuzzy tummies.
Do they?
Yeah. They're really ugly on the top, but really cute underneath.
Speaking of belly.
That's another fuzzy tummy right there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's go in. Now what do we see once we enter?
So once you enter, there is 3 hallways, and you are slammed with silent screams. The same way
Oh.
Kylie was talking to you at the beginning.
Okay.
Oh.
Or
That's,
Ash.
yeah, that's gonna affect me the most. Ugh.
Okay. So
Ooh.
we've definitely found the right spots.
Hmm. I would follow Ash if they're the most sensitive to it.
I
Yeah.
think Ash would have trouble functioning
Mm.
currently with all the because not only is Ash being overwhelmed, but Ash's snakes are being overwhelmed too.
True.
I have 9
Uh,
headaches, god damn it.
Pretty much.
Could ooh Ooh, I have like a weird suggestion
Ooh.
that
Does it involve 18 earplugs?
yes, yes it does.
Oh, tell me.
Just you're not gonna like it because it's gonna be made out of my goop.
I'm not gonna like it because it's Helia.
Yeah, or I mean, if you wanted something, maybe we could talk to Ramus about since like tree like maybe some sap and goop.
Oh,
I mean,
can I do that?
I'm gonna have to get a good scrubbing after this, anyways. I'm sure. So I guess either
So,
or at this point,
so
just so I can function.
Ramus, that would be
Mhm.
flavor text.
Yeah.
So if you want to be able to do that, you can totally do that. Because I believe you have established that that Ramus is at least wooded, so some sort of sap.
Yeah. I feel like it would be an injury that would cause something like that, though, much like
Okay.
in the real tree. So I think he would have to inflict an injury upon himself or sap
In that case,
to.
I
So.
already have my goop. Just here, I just have to like run my hand along the rim to collect it. It's just gross.
Mm,
Or you could make a mix of the petals and goop.
Oh,
yeah,
true.
I mean the Ramus would have quite a few flowers in his hair at this point, so there's probably pollen in there,
That's like
used
little
for the toxic
earmuffs.
cloud. Yeah. Um. So, yeah, he could totally mix that with Helia's little
Into
ball of goop.
like a dough almost.
Yeah, sweet dough.
How does a craft roll from each of you sound?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do I assist?
Uh,
Uh, I don't think Helia has the willpower to do an
Oh, I
assist.
don't think I do either.
I don't have the
Oh
willpower, but
no.
I do have the general power of uh oh, I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation of this one. But essentially, once per undertaking, you can ignore all willpower loss on one group action you lead.
Ooh, prescience, prescience.
Yeah.
I'm very afraid of this result.
So the only thing this hinges on is what uh vision did you have in order to prepare to this, or to prepare
Yes,
for it?
I guess I would almost put it as with the knowledge that like from the like forest people forest guards, knowing that there were the silent screams and thinking about Ash's many snakes and also personal ears, that during the drive Helia could be thinking about or um figuring out exactly how to craft something that could assist.
Okay,
But there's also the issue that I don't have any points in crafting.
0 die. It's fine. It'll work.
Yeah, you know what? I have confidence in this role.
I don't.
I mean, worst case scenario, you just don't have earplugs.
It's true.
So it would just be exclamation point 0.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right. I have it out if you want it.
Uh,
Void Coven, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Oh,
mean, if y'all wanted a very disabled Coven member, you got one.
All right. So no willpower. Ramus, why don't you roll yours? See if we can stop anything else from happening.
Help me.
Do I roll craft?
Mhm.
Oh, I have 0 also, so that might be funny.
Amazing. Amazing.
Ah!
Oh, that's better.
Oh, that's better. Oh.
Okay. So, Ash does in fact have working head earmuffs for the snakes.
Okay.
Now, here's the question.
Oh no.
For Helia,
Yeah.
do you want to take a lore weaver bargain and let me do something, or do you want to trauma out? Or
Both
fail?
options are interesting.
Which is why I posed these two, because I knew you'd be down for both.
I know. Ooh, that's difficult. Could I hear the bargain and then decide?
Oh yeah, for sure. So, what I was thinking is that you guys haven't really been able to destroy very much or consume, but you can consume your bluestone to stave off these effects, and you would thus lose that.
Interesting. But
And
I
so,
like using the blue stone.
It's okay, you can have mine. And Ramus gives his bluestone to Ilya.
Well, I'm still deciding, so hold on. Because I think I might choose the trauma, because that's extra XP, baby.
Ooh.
and of course, we can always do a different consequence for failing this action, if you have a different idea.
I'm kind of vibing with the trauma idea. Maybe in the sense of something along the lines of Helia became so dependent on like the ink cap aspect, which is a fairly recent thing, and the lack of being able to gain restful sleep that it affects her in some way permanently.
Someone's
Um,
taking after me.
yeah, yeah. uh, but whatever extra flavor you want to add, go for it.
um, let's see.
Okay,
Dev,
okay,
did,
Mia.
all right. So, I can see that going in a number of ways that we can talk about.
Mhm.
Traumaing out just means that your character will no longer be useful in the undertaking.
Ah,
So that'll sideline you, which is the last aspect you should consider before accepting the trauma out. Do you think
heard,
these two
heard, heard.
can deal the rest of the undertaking alone?
But also, I assume that there isn't that much long left to this they're taking, so
That,
they would probably.
to be fair, with the way that Helia's been rolling tonight, do you want Helia's assist for the rest of the?
I don't mind either way. Whatever you find most fun. That's what I think.
I think. Ooh, ooh. Hold on. I'm gonna actually make a one die roll on this, if that makes sense.
Go for it.
Uh-oh.
4, 5, 6. I consume the stone. 1, 2, 3. I trauma out.
Okay. That seems right up your alley.
Like a true gambler.
Okay. That's the first 6 that I rolled tonight.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, probably could have used it elsewhere, but
Yeah, you know.
But
Yeah.
now, what are the consequences of consuming it going to be?
immediately you feel the drain on your magicka. It's not as strong as it was when you first lost the red stones, or blue stones, back in session 1, but it's still there. You know exactly what it is.
Heard. Ooh, heard. Okay.
And your stone is consumed.
Got
We
it.
can't give our friends stones, apparently.
Well, you can, but yours didn't dematerialize. Only Helios did.
Okay.
And how you consumed it is up to you.
Uh, since Helia has like the like little like pinafore with the pockets and would keep the stone in the pocket, that it's just like this like little like blue light that shines off and then like absorbs into Helia, almost in the sense of Helia's like green glowing tattoos that she has in the art just flash blue for a moment before going back to the green.
Okay. Wonderful. Snuggles. Okay, now we're back to finding the rest of the bumbles and getting out with all of them. As you
Okay. Let's see.
are dealing with that, the screams slowly stop. And Kylie
Oh,
says, I've talked to them, I've told them that it's hurting you guys. They should be quieter now.
but we need to find them. Do
Don't
they know
know.
where they are?
Can you pinpoint on where they are?
I've got 1,000 wasps combing the area at the moment.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Also, let us know if there's any trouble we have to be aware of.
The guard,
Keeping a wasp outside to see the people, the guards who are on top of the dam if they happen to come down.
How's Molly holding up?
Oh yeah, also good point.
Yeah,
good
how's
question.
Molly and the homunculus holding up?
So that is
Uh-oh.
a mixed result. 2 ticks on the homunculus.
Okay.
Forgot to award the ticks from earlier, so we're going to say that there's 2 left out of
All
6.
right.
But otherwise, they are still doing what they do.
Good.
Goose being annoying, homunculus trying to avoid being disintegrated. And finally, uh, Kylie says, so there's 3 hallways, uh, and there's people down all 3 hallways.
Of course there is.
Many?
Why wouldn't there be? That'd be too easy.
There's
Uh,
always people.
so where exactly are your people?
Hmm? What was that?
So where exactly are your people?
Um, Down all 3 hallways. There's locked in cells. Um, there's no order down here.
Down all 3 highways.
Oh, so we just have to take one hallway each and free them. Let's
Eeny,
go.
meeny, miny, mo. Yep. Fun. Let's see. Um, which of course will separate us
Mm-hmm.
unless we all take one route at a time.
But it would increase our chances of getting caught because it would be slower.
Exactly.
We do still have our telepathy. So if we see anything shifty, we can tell each other about it.
True. And I still haven't shocked anybody today. So there's
I
that.
have shocked people, but mentally and emotionally.
Yes, you have. It's okay though.
Okay.
Don't worry, I will make you the best hot toddy when we get back to the Covenstead.
Good. Let's see. So who's taking what?
I'll take the middle.
Okay.
I'll let you choose which one you want to go down first.
I'll take right.
Alright, then I will take the left.
And what are you going to take? Who are you going to follow?
I'm gonna stand here so that no one can sneak up on you guys.
Can you fight? I think it'd be safer if you went with one of us.
Um, again, I have my friends. I'll be okay.
Yeah, like bees. Wasps can sting repeatedly, where bees can only sting once.
Um, these can also bite because they're burrowing wasps.
Oh, cool.
All right. Let's go then.
You start down your hallways,
Hmm.
and immediately you see the hex salt symbol.
Oh, fun. Let's, um,
So, hex salt, if y'all remember, actively seeks to hurt the witch trying to use it. If I remember right, actually, Ramus was researching hex salts.
Yes, it's true. I have Hexlock tech study, and I managed to study that.
Yeah. Um,
So I could undo it maybe, or try to.
yeah.
So
How do you want to go about doing that? Do you want to try and make something up, or because this is
so
the first generation, so it's still very faulty.
mm, um I think
Yeah,
mm,
yes, Gavin's right. Hex salt harms the wild witch, very specifically.
yes, which we are, right?
Hold
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to try to kind of use force or brain, you know?
Force or brain.
Maybe I can try to target the weak point of the lock and disarm it.
Okay. That
So
would
I
be
have
a study target.
target, yeah. I have one dot in that.
Okay. Uh, Alarms start blaring.
Oh,
Shit.
of course.
Fine.
Wild
Do
witch
we-
detected. Wild witch detected.
Do we just get out and come back?
Oh gosh. Is there, with the added adrenaline of potentially getting caught, does that add anything to like, ooh, okay, sorry, I'm brainstorming so fast right now. So there was a lock in each of the halls, right?
Right. So what it has a Hexalt tech on the locks of the doors themselves for
Okay.
each of the cages. And these are probably steel doors with just a small window to look
Heard.
into.
Okay. Uh would I be able to try to make a finesse roll on like picking the lock, getting it to open? I can't remember if we discussed specifically
So
like picking it before or not.
uh, you can totally try. See what happens.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I only have one willpower left, anyways. Yeah, sounds about right.
Mm,
Hey Ash, how about some wild magic?
yes. Uh,
Come on,
y'all leave it to the
shock
little
me.
snake person.
Shock, shock, shock.
Okay. Shoot. So, are there any control panels or anything like that nearby?
Um, Not that you can see. Roll a quick, roll a quick one die fortune.
Okay. Mm, mm, mm. With the F after it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that you can see.
Oh,
Um, but you can feel the electricity from the dam
okay.
powering these, uh, or powering everything. So without the control panel, the next best thing would be to destroy the dam.
Okay, let's go. All right. What's a little more harm to me? I mean, you know.
Uh, I'm like,
uh,
who? Oh man.
I really am like Sailor Saturn. I just bring the destruction wherever I go.
Fine, I will.
Yeah, it's like fine, I'll do it. All right. Let's do some wild magic and see what fun happens with that.
Okay. What is your intention? To fry the doors?
Yeah, because if you fry the doors, they're going to be open and we'll be able to get where we need to go.
Okay. Three things to consider. Um, is the intended effect applicable to your heritage, or how can your being a Gorgon help?
Um, how can it
It's none of
help?
our remember.
Huh?
I see it as there's multiple targets, and you have multiple snakes to fire those beams, like a gigantic eyeball from that one game with the
Oh, there you go.
tentacles.
Yeah. Yeah.
The nondescript creature.
Yes.
The non
I believe that's trademarked, so I can't technically say that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. The one that's actually first is this applicable to your grimoire?
Yep.
I,
Storm.
okay. And is it applicable to your aspect?
Justice. Yes, it is.
Okay. So
Because upon opening the doors, we get to free these people.
that is a 3 die wild magic roll. If you
Okay.
want, you can also consume your bluestone. Considering how you're the expert in the group now about them, you might be able to
Okay.
get more.
Okay. So yeah, let's.
Consume the
Why
bluestone
not?
and get an extra die.
Okay.
So for exclamation 4W,
Here we go.
Mm,
Wow.
critical success.
Let's go.
If we didn't have Ash, wouldn't get anything done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I eat all of like the critical failures. So
The plant people don't get things done.
Like I said, leave it to the little
Excuse me.
snake person.
All right. So it happens exactly as you planned. Plus, you get a little bonus.
Nice.
What does that look like, and what would you like as an extra?
Um. Ooh. As an extra, since I have all this electricity flowing through me, of course, there's going to be enemies still in the area.
Plus on the dam.
Plus, on the dam, I want to be able to be like this. Of course, letting all that electricity go, my hood has fallen back, so my snakes are just going all over the place. I'm doing full Medusa type thing, and I just want to be just crackling with electricity, and any enemy that like decides to run at me, like what's going on, whatever, just all I have to do is point at them and they get just fried. They're not going to die, but they get shocked to the point where they're down.
Okay. So we'll say that a small squad of people rushed into the bunker at the sound of the alarms and are now splayed across the floor, twitching. Okay. And all the doors fling open, and say 18 bumbles rush out with various traits, antenna, uh, ocelli, just a bunch of different colorations, and off you go.
Yeah, we get out. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly and Ramus are like, Ash will take care of it. It's fine.
I even imagine that like over the telepathy, Ramus goes, "Well, I'm out of ideas," and Healy goes, "Yeah, not working for me either."
Yeah,
In unison, Ash, can
Ash
you
just
get it?
sighs. Like every single one of their snakes sighs
Yeah.
very loudly. We did it
Man,
somehow.
we released him.
And now you're out and free, and the bumbles are all accounted for. At least these ones.
Good.
I imagine once we're outside, Helia is like inviting them to the Void Coven stead of like, if you need some rest and relaxation, I'm making hot toddies tonight.
Thanks, Dad.
I have a bonus in mind for you, Ash.
Hmm.
So you have one book on the stones.
Right.
and the you get a jolt of electricity while you're in the wild magic state, and it starts buzzing in your brain,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly all the information that you've been lacking, what the books don't tell you, is starting to download into your brain.
Ooh, okay.
So
Nice.
you can potentially start making them instead of just finding them.
Nice. Okay.
That's helpful.
I have a high enough craft.
And well deserved.
It really
Yes.
is, yeah.
Ash
That's
carried
really
us.
carrying us.
Yeah.
Hey, Ash, is your back sore?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was awesome, and I think that's a great place to stop.
Yeah.
We've been at this for quite a
Wow.
while. Yeah. Let's go do a drawing down the moon back at the Coven stead. Uh, of the three of you, which has done it last? Wait, I think that would be the only one who's done it on screen, technically speaking. So who is that?
I'm pretty sure we've had guest characters do it the
Yeah,
last few times.
I think it was the second game or the second session who did drawing down the moon.
It was Elliot's character for the second session.
Oh, I'm sorry, the first streamed session.
Oh,
Or no, I'm thinking of the first session. Never
I
mind.
don't think we did
Yeah,
the first session because we didn't
We
know
did
it was
it
gonna
offline, I think,
yeah.
the first time.
Do you remember who did it on the first
I think it
session?
was me the first time. So
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done it.
Yeah, you can take it because the dice spot doesn't like me tonight, so
All right. So you are a tier 1 coven. So you'll do exclamation 1 DDTM.
Uh, um, what was it after the one?
DDTM. No,
ETM. Okay.
yeah. Thank you,
Oh,
Vice.
DDTM. Okay. Oops. I was going to type the wrong thing.
Drawing down the poor results. Restore 2 essence and 1 willpower to each member. That bot just hates all of us, I swear.
I guess it does. I tried.
well, that's fine. It's something.
no,
I'm okay with it.
we just have to accept the fact that I'm gonna get trauma at some point, which like I'm fine with.
Well, you can also go through and use your downtime actions next session to do like a whole rest, or we can skip ahead if we want to just fully recover after all of this malarkey.
I'm okay with doing that
It's
part offline if we want to get together at some point and do the
What we want to do next for whatever's going on.
Well, let's go around and tell people where we can be found if we want to be found. And we will do XP off camera tonight so our producer can get going. So let's start with Vice.
Well, I am Vice. You can find me on Twitter at Multiclass. You can find me on Instagram for my cosplay stuff at Vicera Cos. That's VYCERACOS. I don't post there super often, but I do have some photo shoots coming up this year, so do keep an eye out for that. Aside from that, you can see me here every other Tuesday for Deseret. But yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me right now.
Tiny?
Hi, I'm Tiny. I've been dealing with the toothache all session, so sorry if my facial expressions have been odd all session. You can find me on wow, my brain just blanked, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram as Tiny Bishi. You can find me on Tumblr as Ask the Tiny Bishi. You can find me here on
Twitch.
Twitch as the Tiny Bishi, and then I am the Tiny One / Bishi on YouTube. I just moved, so I'm still trying to get back into the swing of doing Twitch streams and all that. But my YouTube has still been going, and I've been posting my Let's Plays and my VODs of the game Strays. So I'm super excited about that and glad that I can finally start posting videos about that. Hopefully soon I will be back to Twitch, if not tonight, then next week.
Mia?
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, probably DeviantArt from 6 million years ago, not updated. At Robot Rainbows, it's the same for all platform for me. I mostly make art. If you want to watch me draw live for Witches of Midnight, back the project, and all of the backers will have access to our, channel for backers, and I'll do streams from time to time of Witches of Midnight related stuff. If Gavin still wants that. If not, I said nothing. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm totally down to do that. That's it. And I think Vice wanted to add something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I totally forgot. So thank you, Gavin, for reminding me. But if you want to, I guess, meet me, I am planning on doing a Helia cosplay for some conventions coming up this summer. So you can catch me at Animazement or GalaxyCon in North Carolina. I will be walking around with some QR codes for you to scan and back the project. You can also see the character and how I envisioned her in person. I am more than happy to talk and gush about the game and the community itself. So if any of you are interested in potentially getting more information, you can definitely find me there.
Awesome. And I'm Isabella Donna. I am the creator of Witches of Deseret, the Witches of Midnight expansion that we've been playing here today. You can find me anywhere at Isa Belladonna or Isa_Belladonna on TikTok or Twitter. I'm not active on either of them except for to consume media and doom scroll. If you want to get a hold of me, just for whatever reason, Discord is the easiest way, where I am a very active mod on the Balsamic Games Discord. So yeah, check that out. And then of course every 2 weeks we will be here weaving this game for these wonderful people and whatever guest stars we pick up. So yeah. I think that is all. So we will bid you all adieu for this week. Join us next week, hopefully, for the Witch's Dozen, and have a good night.
Take care. Come again.